It almost feels like Duro was like rotating around saying like, by the way, like even if Bard wasn't available,
I could have
still
played
wreck
these
you.
things.
Yeah, I could have actually played these other things that are really strong as well.
Yep.
And the Gnar is going to be really critical for damage later on too.
Oh, Gumayusi down very low as we do have Canyon moving in. Magical Journey comes over as Ruler is looking a little bit worse for wear, but he still has barrier. He's fine. Gumayusi is dead for first blood, and Ruler still can press F if he's in any trouble.
I'm not entirely sure how this one really was sussed out by HLE, but they are in
Delight's like, take me back! Take me back, Genji! Never mind, I'm not allowed to do that as he gets taunted, and he will get taken down. Canyon with the knock-up, Chobi with the punch, and Canyon might be in a little bit of trouble now as Kanavi, that Magical Journey doesn't work the other way around, as Canyon should have just pressed the button again. That would have been very funny, but he's not able to do so. Versus AS is always just some of the best top lane League of Legends that you can see. All right, Duro will find a Cosmic Binding. There's a Magnus Storm, collects Ruler there as the Tempered Fate comes through, but it's not enough. The Ignite is going to tick down, and that is going to grab that kill. I'm pretty sure it was Ignite anyway, but still the answer is here for Gen.G. Chobi no flash, so won't be able to get in there, but there's the knockup from Canyon, and the third Q nets him a double, and Gen.G's response is just better. I think it would have been a 1-for-1, as we're going to see it from Chobi's perspective. As he was looking to come down, he's ulting, and oh man, just barely.
Oh, that hurts.
Yep. We build damage instead of like the Ghost Blade Rapid Fire, which is just so sad when those items come in. This might be like, I don't know, like Collector Infinity Edge or some crazy stuff. Might be the Storm Surge that we've seen grow in priority.
Yeah, interesting tech, though. I didn't actually notice that. Like January 10th, you can't have Christmas decorations out anymore.
No. That is illegal. I think even Starbucks takes them down. That's all right. HLE looking for their first Drake of the game. Canyon is in position, just going to Umberly dash over. No way. Down here as well. Oh my goodness, they just walk in. It is going to be secured by Kanavi as the three-man taunt from Chobi is huge. The curtains have been called, and the bullet time is gigantic. Canyon will find the passive proc onto Guma, and the heroic entrance comes down. A triple knockup comes in again, but they are just barely not able to get these kills. Guma will finally go down, but it is a disaster for Gen.G, and HLE will take 4 off the map.
Between the Tempered Fate and the rest of the team and later team fights. So speaking of Duro.
Yeah, Tempered Fate going to come on through there to try and hold Guru in position. There's a Cosmic Binding as well as Canyon will get into melee range, and he's an Aatrox. He really likes that. That is going to be the Misfortune taking a rest. And Delight is also just taking too much damage. Ruler finds another bullet after reloading most of the fight, and will be able to take down the lady with horse pants.
Yep. Traveling pants back into the fountain.
Yeah, a little bit of a shame. As Chovy just gets cataclysmed. There is an orb, that's a shockwave, and Chovy, I think it's going to take some killing, but he's going to go down. As Rift Herald going to be the next fight as well by the looks of things.
Ruler in a good position here.
Delight comes out, we'll find a lot of damage. The Dancing Grenade does come on forward, so Delight's engage. A little bit muted now as Duro just moving up, wandering towards them as Keen is also on a decent angle. That is the steal from Cannon. He finds it this time, and Delight also takes a nap. Heroic entrance to join Keen here, who just hops on top of Gumayusi to take him out. Kanavi finds himself surrounded by bad guys, and Ruler just walks away from Zeus. And now Zeker is in trouble. The curtains have been called, and Zeus realizes he has to block it, and it doesn't even matter. Deadly Flourish now is the end of this Renekton. And as soon as I say it, Gen.G just decide, no, we still are going to win that team fight that puts us in position to win the game.
Yeah, it's that 15-minute timer, man, where Hanwha Esports fall apart. And every time.
I really thought that we made it to like 15 minutes and 34 seconds.
On his head, got 100 points.
That was a really good line, Wolf. Oh man, I really love that. As Keen is going to be in the Cataclysm, but he has Hop, so he's going to be okay from that. Mega Gnar is not going to come in time, as now Canyon, 1 versus 3, doesn't really like this whole situation here, as he does try to Umberly dash away. There's the pullback. He does have so much healing, though, as Kanavi, oh no, it's another round of Qs. He misses the spear, and Canyon somehow 50%. They now look for another round of buttons, and they will be able to take him out. But this Aatrox is very scary, but still, that is 2 for nothing.
Instead, enjoyed the pursuit.
Yeah, I think he was having a bit of fun, and probably is a lot more used to playing like Skarner every game, and is probably really psyched to now be playing something that does damage. Does need to be a little bit careful though. as that Storm Surge we were talking about is now completed alongside a Rapid Fire Cannon, so Ruler is pretty scary. Tempered Fate does nothing, but Delight is still very dead. Duro is going to be the one that Meep slaps him down. I mean, there is still absolute wombo combo potential here for the HLE composition. They can make it happen. The problem is...
they're losing vision and losing control to set it up, though.
And you need that in order to make things work. Otherwise, Bard just makes you look foolish. Like Duro just kind of has throughout this game. Zeus does manage to safely move himself over. There is some flanking going on here. A scary moment as Chovy waiting to press that R button. Will be able to do so at a moment's notice. Keen gets over the wall and won't have Mega Gnar. So that is a little scary. There's the steal. It's Ruler that takes it away somehow. Heroic entrance to come on in. There's the gargoyle drop. And then he gets the taunt onto everyone. Gumayusi just trying to create the position. And he does manage to do so. Double up. Takes down both solo lanes. And now Duro has to flash to get himself out of the way. Canyon doing the same thing. And the Umbral Dash, I think, might be enough, as the spear is not. And Ruler, he's got one more bullet, but that will not be able to take that one down. This game, you pointed it out already. 3-1-4. Does have his Cosmic Drive now put together as Chovy having to deal with a whole lot of people.
5 people.
That's 5. Okay, that's too many. And so that is another kill going over to Zeka. 4-1-4 now.
Into our comp does Baron right now. I would feel really good about this for Hanwha Esports. Instead, it's to kill, but it's at the exchange of a turret on the other side of the map that they get for free. Free farming for Ruler in the mid lane as well. Still a positive thing, but not, I think, as big as they would have hoped.
Kanavi just watches his red buff die as Delight is going to discover Canyon. He may not be able to escape this one. It's down to 50%. Duro is going to make his way over as Gumayusi with another bullet time. Canyon's not in the Tempered Fate, and so he's going to be taken out. Cosmic Binding's good, though, and Ruler is able to get himself to safety. The Bard not so lucky, as Keen might need to try and get over towards his Baron, but he can't. He has no teleport, and so this should go to HLE.
Okay, so this time the pick leads to Baron. This time it's actually huge.
All right, 9 minutes on the clock, Wolf. HLE,
right. So
they need to win this in 9 minutes time.
I wasn't going to mention it until now, where the game state feels like they have a lead, like a firm lead.
All right, run it straight down the mid lane. All right, we are calling it on this team. KT nervously watching this, wondering whether or not they're the team that is going to be taking a little bit of a timeout. If HLE still going to lose this series, but do so with like 3-2 fashion or something like that, or able to win one.
To play this comp, when you have vision advantage, you just press R together. As they've shown, when Gen.G walks into an Orianna Shockwave, they press R together.
Oh, Kane does have his Gnar ultimate up and available. Can use it for another few seconds, but isn't quite able to. 34-43.
Yeah. Well, they got 6 to 7 minutes left here to close this one out.
Oh, don't say those two numbers together, okay? Well, yeah, Baron, they can win the game.
100%.
All right, Canyon possibly in a bit of trouble. Magnetstorm finds absolutely nothing unless you count the air, though, as Chovy also finds himself in an awkward spot. The curtains have been called here for Ruler. He does find Gumayusi with one of the shots as Zeka takes so much damage from that last bullet. Zeus is in the front line, but there is no follow-up. Shockwave's still there, bullet time's still there. There's still a lot of damage on the table here for HLE, but they are scattering, and they are not pressing their buttons. Deadly Flourish gets flashed out of Gumayusi, and now he'll press the button. He finds Duro to lock him down, and Ruler is going to be taken out. Zeka is so close to dead, but it's still going to be a gargoyle on the floor, and Gen.G are missing out on the rest of the fight. It's still going to be Canyon now, looking for an angle onto Zeus. He'll take him out with the help of Keen, who hits Mega, finds the Gnar, and takes out the jungler, as now Gumayusi's in melee range against Canyon.
It's
and
not
he makes
possible,
the raid,
Atlas.
but
It's not possible.
Get out? No, it's not.
It's not possible for them to end the game in time now. Position to get hit by it, so he does survive, but ultimately he has to back away. He can't actually join this fight, which ends up being a win for Gen.G as well.
Like another minute.
Yeah.
All right, HLE, let's try and get in there. It's okay. That is Zeus just taking way too much damage. Keen trying to get that Navar in order as Gumayusi's going to get put into the Tempered Fate. Magnetstorm to try and buy some time, and they dive on top of the Misfortune, and she's wiped out before she can press any buttons. Gen.G, I think they may have just done it again. The flash forward, Q1, 2, and 3. Is it going to come on in? That is the Meep slap to slow him down. He's got another round of Qs, and Zeka is limping out of the way. Finally, Canyon locks it up. and it was looking like we were timing this game to see whether HLE could win quickly enough, but they may not win at all.
Yeah, they may lose before the time gets hit.
Wait, yeah,
got 8 seconds left,
34-43.
so I don't think
Genji,
so.
you don't have to worry about it, but it would be very funny if you won the game at exactly that time, as there it is, ticking over right now. So even if HLE defend, they're going to have to win another game in this series, and I have a feeling that this game is over, and match point is collected here for Gen.G. Everyone on HLE sweating just that little bit more profusely as they are staring down the barrel of elimination.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.